Dan Brown has done it again, literally. His new novel, The Lost Symbol, is the same story as his last one, The Da Vinci Code. In fact, reading it reminded me of all the James Bonds. Same characters, same storyline, same themes, different gadgets, different locations. Robert Langdon, the Harvard symbologist of Dan Brown's previous novels, is once again called on to solve a mystery, this time in Washington, DC. This novel takes us into the world of the Masons, that secretive society, at least in the novel, which might just hold the keys to power in governments all over the world. By solving cryptic puzzles, racing against time in secret hallways underneath the Capitol building, and surviving some near-death struggles, Langdon keeps us entertained in a satisfying holiday read, page-turning kind of way. So if you like the Da Vinci Code, you've got 500 pages more of enjoyment in The Lost Symbol. But if you found the Da Vinci Code a strange hodgepodge of religious information, misinformation, conspiracy theories, shonky writing, but nevertheless a bit fascinating, well, you're like me, and this is more of the same. Let's not get too cynical about this. When the Da Vinci Code came out, many people simply dumped on it as a poorly composed airport thriller, making preposterous claims about religion and history and art and symbolism. They were right, but they often missed the real talking point, that these Dan Brown novels shine a spotlight on the religious worldview of mainstream Western society. The Lost Symbol is a thriller about the human quest for power, purity and immortality. It's about whether all religions are the same and just different pathways to the one truth. And it's also about revenge, about dealing with hatred and bitterness, and about how we might find peace. Don't expect a careful theology lesson, but the novel does tell us a lot about our view of spirituality these days. The Lost Symbol, like Brown's other novels, depicts a few key beliefs that many people hold today. So let's explore at least 3 of these. First, Westerners today often sense that all religions are probably on about the same thing. Dan Brown draws you towards this view by pointing out the similar symbolism of religions. So he notes that all religions involve some idea of sacrifice, or that most of them think that the secrets of life involve a mystical word or symbol. More spookily, he builds an elaborate theory about the number 33, which doesn't make sense, but is nevertheless a good hook. And I should say that the 20th century mythology of Darth Vader also gets a look in. But these similarities are on the surface. They're not in the depths of world religions. I think it makes more sense to say that most religions have the same goals in mind, things like peace, justice, renewal, worship. But a few similar symbols and rituals here and there don't make up for the enormous differences in teachings between the religions about how these good goals might be reached. Before just going along with the view that all religions teach the same thing, it's well worth reading the texts of the different religions, finding out about their practices, and seeing if it makes any sense to say they're all paths to the same thing. Personally, I see the differences outweighing the similarities. Second belief, many people today feel that the true understanding of life is probably just too mysterious to grasp. It's found in esoteric teachings or in strange old documents or in rituals that no one really understands anymore. The mysterious nature of Dan Brown's novels intensifies this hunch. Christianity has always taught that the mystery of God is revealed in a simple form that anyone can understand, even children. Jesus Christ, in his teachings and actions, tells us what we need to know about who God is and how to be in relationship with God. And yet religion seems so complicated and weird to many people today. I guess the Christian church hasn't always done us a service. Sometimes it's made what should have been a simple message into complicated gobbledygook. Well, third and finally, and this is a bit of a spoiler, the Lost Symbol teaches that God is found within us, that in the end, we ourselves are God. It's ultimately a vision of human grandeur that Dan Brown gives us, apotheosis, an important word in the novel, meaning the elevation of human beings to godlike status. In the novel, Brown suggests that science is leading us to realise that our powers are infinite and our minds are connected, and together we are God, the One, e pluribus unum, out of many, one. It's an exciting hope, drawn from mystical philosophy as much as religion. And in fact, hope is the final word of the lost symbol. This hope has a beauty to it, but it doesn't sufficiently answer most of the big questions we human beings have. Questions like how the universe exists in the first place, whether our behaviour matters, whether we ourselves are significant, or just stardust scattered across eternity. In short, the lost symbol offers a beautiful dream, but an impossible reality. Christianity, in contrast, offers a different kind of oneness, in which people humble themselves before a true and real God who is made known by Jesus Christ, and by doing so find the capacity to care for each other more deeply with all our scars and sadnesses and burdens, so that the final word for Christians is love. There's some deep conversations to be had springing out of this new novel, and it confirms for me that the God question is still right up there on everyone's agenda, the biggest water cooler conversation topic of all.